Alright, for the drinking game, you get one drink quick here. I'm running the dryer, and it makes it really muggy and yucky in here, so I have to run both fans. They're both pointed up at the ceiling, so hopefully the cold air comes down. I don't know how often I've done this, but just as an idea of my surroundings, that poster in the corner there. That's Maggie from The Walking Dead. Orphan Black, Star Wars Battlefront, a huge disappointment of a video game, but a pretty killer poster. And Exploding TARDIS. There's my Canucks flag and my Sonic Screwdriver Doctor Who lamp. Samantha Fox, Doctor Who calendar, Doctor Who, Star Wars. There's Maggie from The Walking Dead again, Samantha Fox over her. That's Mila Kunis and Elisha Cuthbert, and behind the television is Rose Tyler, Billy Piper. And then around this corner you got all the Simpsons characters poster, Doctor Who, and a Star Wars poster that has every character on it. So I have the makings of a good studio for Doctor Who, Star Wars, television, movies in general. I used to have hockey posters. I had a Cam Neely poster. I had an Andy Moog poster. Oh, I had a Kirk McLean poster at one time. I had the big Luongo poster from 7-Eleven. I had that up for years, and I had it just to drive my ex nuts. But once a year, every time the Canucks got knocked to the playoffs, she's like, "Can we take that down yet?" I'm like, "No," because it was the only thing on the wall I was allowed to have. So I was like, "No, no." But the idea here is simple. Hi, Bear. How are you? Hi. I'm just starting a video. Did you know that I was just starting? Yes, yeah, I know. Hi. Hello, kitty. It's hi. You know it's kind of muggy in here, and hi. Um, this video is intended to kind of familiarize with me some more above just the hockey stuff, because we get bogged down in the hockey. Hi. Hello, Bear. Yes. Hi. Oh, I got a kiss. That was. That's not fair. That's not fair, kitty. That is not fair. No, it's not. No. She's like, oh yeah, just ignore me. Just go ahead, ignore me. You are a suck. Oh, and we're gonna cover that arm up, are we? Because I was gonna go into some of the stuff in behind me here and some of the DVDs I got here. So, all right, good. First thing first, my proudest possession of the pop figures. Now, pop figures have become a big thing at EB Games. And I haven't seen any of the sports figures yet. But something tells me that's eventually going to be coming into the realm of pop items. And I've got all of the figures shown on the back of this one, because I'm a huge Doctor Who nerd, so the TARDIS is my favorite. Don't give me a dirty look. You can't give me a dirty look, because I tried to tell you. This is one of my favorites as well. This is Cthulhu, which is a Rick and Morty type thing. Very, very happy with this one. Did you hear something, sweetie? Because I heard the computer do the bleep bleep thing at me, and I don't know why I did that. That normally means something's unplugged or something's turned off. Are you on anything, kitty? Are you on anything? No? Okay. So Cthulhu, this was $11 when I got it, and it's now $25 on Amazon the last time I looked. So these do go up in price. They go up in value as time goes by. And then this one, I ordered online as well. It's Maggie from The Walking Dead. I have had a huge crush on Lauren Cohan since she was Bella on Supernatural, and she died. Then she was Rose on The Vampire Diaries, and she died. And now she's Maggie on Walking Dead, which is a vampire show, or a zombie show. And I worry every day, every episode, this is the last time we'll see Maggie. So I do have that concern. Sweetie, can I free up? I'll give you this arm if you give me the other arm. Okay. Oh, yeah, now she's purring. She's like, oh, you gave me an arm on purpose. Okay. This is Jason Voorhees. This was $10 on Amazon, and now it's last I looked, it was 1840 plus shipping and handling. Do you like Jason? Oh, kisses for Jason. Wow, I don't know if he'd like that. Probably not. And my only character from Legion of Doom that I liked on the old Justice League cartoons, Black Manta, the anti-Aquaman. Aquaman is the lamest and Black Manta is the coolest. Do you like Black Manta? Excuse me. But got a large DVD collection, and it's summer, so it's a matter of what do people need to see. And I had this idea last night when I watched Prom Night. I had never seen Prom Night. I'm not talking about the remake starring Lacey Chabert. I'm talking about the original starring Jamie Lee Curtis. Wow, that is a powerfully bad movie, but it is so bad that it's good. There's a disco dance-off before the murdering starts, and the murders take forever. The killer just doesn't seem to really be into it. Um, and he uses very clumsy weapons. He goes from simple weapons to clumsy for no apparent reason. And then when the killer's revealed at the end, you kind of go, oh, that's who it is. Oh, oh, okay. All right. I guess I'll accept that. But I've got some movies here of my own, and they're good, and I enjoy them. And in most cases, these are movies that either you may not have heard of or may not have heard any reviews of, and it's not hockey season, so there is some need to fill the time. My first recommendation is Night of the Comet, which is an amazing zombie-ish type movie. They're not technically zombies. They're referred to as zombies in the movie, but they're not dead, so I don't really refer to them as zombies. It's the idea of a comet passing by Earth. Earth flies through the tail, and everybody gets vaporized or half vaporized. And the ones that are half vaporized will basically eat your skin if they find you. It's PG-13, but it's fun, and it's got some funny stuff in it. And on the Blu-ray, they've got a commentary track with the two actresses, and it is one of the most entertaining tracks I've ever seen. It's it's amazing fun. Actually, this movie is just amazing fun for B-movie fans. And if you like B-movies, I got this and did a review of it not long ago, which is Highway to Hell, which I watched last week. I've had it for months, watched it last week. It was a HBO TV movie, I believe, and it came out on VHS. And I rented it from the VHS store because we used to rent movies back in the day, kiddos. And I rented the VHS copy of this so much that the guy who ran the store looked into how much it would cost me to buy it, and it was going to be $100 because it was an HBO one. So HBO has always been big on charging people a lot of money. This one I haven't cracked yet because I'm waiting for the right people to watch this with, and this is a devastatingly amazing, awesome movie, Black Dynamite. I tell you, it doesn't get any better than Black Dynamite. And I didn't even like the blaxploitation movies of the 70s, but I gotta say, this movie is so fantastic. When he smacks the kids, and you know, the kids that are addicted to heroin are the funniest heroin addicted kids I could imagine. And you have to have seen the movie to get why that's funny, but it is extremely funny. Um, Chloe Moritz is a star at a young age in Let Me In. This is a remake of the Norwegian film Let the Right One In, which is an amazing film. Let the Right One In was Norwegian with English subtitles, and I watched it with my kids, okay, when they were young, and they watched the entire movie even though it was all subtitled and none of it was in English. They were riveted. The remake here, the English remake with Chloe Moritz, is basically scene for scene. They change almost nothing from the original, and they don't need to. They change a couple of details which make the movie more disturbing, but I don't mind that. And it showed that Chloe Moritz, even as a little kid, had an incredible screen presence. My next recommendation, people are going to get mad at me for, because it's the Carrie remake. The only problem I have with the Carrie remake is, and it's hard to tell, but the picture in the middle there shows it, that Chloe Moritz is entirely too attractive to be Carrie White. The only thing that loses me in the movie is that when you're in high school, and a girl is as attractive as Chloe Moritz in high school, you don't pick on her. I never saw it. Didn't matter if she didn't have nice clothes. It didn't matter if she came from the wrong side of the tracks or whatever. Guys would still make their moves, ask her out. And the fact that she's kind of backwards and innocent, there's some bad guys in every high school that would do their best to take advantage of the situation, if you catch my drift. So that was my only issue with the film. Other than that, it was actually pretty good, and I enjoyed it. I definitely think that my generation tends to remember 70s and 80s movies as better than what they were. Keeping that in mind, I'm also going to take a lot of flack for the fact that I love the Evil Dead remake, and it is a remake. It doesn't tell you what time it's set in, and that's intentional. They don't get into the whole cell phone thing. They don't get into a lot of things. They keep it very simple. And I really enjoyed this. I really did. I know they're ignoring it in the Ash versus Evil Dead series, which is just fine. Two different universes, alternate reality, however you want to play it. But I thought that Mia in the cellar was genuinely terrifying, hilarious, awesome, and then the payoff in the end was kind of a cheap out, cop out, cheap out. But it still had its own satisfying moments because I came out of that movie with a giant crush on Jane Levy. And then I tried watching her Suburbia series, and she plays a good girl in it. I'm like, this doesn't fit Mia. Because every time somebody would pick on her, I'd be like, why isn't Mia strangling that person from a distance? Why isn't Mia spitting blood in that person's face? She should be. They deserve it. You know, why isn't Mia swearing and yelling at people and gouging their eyeballs out? And it was hard for me to separate the character. Um, a great movie that a lot of people have heard me talk about in everyday life. A movie that I loan to people. Sometimes I don't get it back. This is the fourth copy I've had of this movie because it's 3 times I've lent it out, and whoever I lend it to either quits work or whatever, and I don't get it back. And that's Idiocracy. It is a movie that's required viewing for anybody, especially with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton running. I don't talk about politics in my videos. I'm not going to. But this really shows that the world isn't headed to a great future. It's headed to a really dumb future. And the way it portrays it at the start of the movie is genuinely terrifying because it could happen. Yes, it could happen, Kitty. Isn't that scary? She thinks it's scary. She looked at me when I said that. It's okay. It hasn't happened yet. No, Donald Trump hasn't been elected yet, but he's going to be. Yes, Dad thinks he's going to be elected because this is a crazy time. Yes, it's a crazy time. Okay, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. No, don't chew on the cord. Go back to sleep. Yes, you're a good kitty. Yes, I know. I know. And she's really turned on the kissing up today. This is one of my favorite shows on TV right now. iZombie. It's weird. There's zombie stuff in here, and yet I will admit the zombie genre's played out. Sorry, Maggie. But it's ironic because I have a cat named Maggie, but I got the cat well before there was a Maggie on The Walking Dead, so it gets confusing in this house sometimes. Um, but iZombie is a fresh take on it, and it is a cop procedural with a girl that eats zombie brains to help them solve murder mysteries. So it's different, and people on the show don't realize she's a zombie, other than the medical examiner she works with. He's the only one in the beginning that knows. It turns into kind of a Smallville thing, where it's like, okay, too many people know now. Every episode of Smallville after a while was ending with Clark going, okay, now don't tell about my secret. And it's like, come on, Clark, somebody's going to tell about your secret because it's really, really obvious you're Superman. It was more obvious on Smallville than it was in the movies, and in the movies it's really obvious. Um, I also intend to rewatch this summer. If you've never watched Doctor Who, and you're like, what is this guy talking about? There are different points you can come in at. You can come in at season 5 if you don't feel like watching all of it. You can come in at season 2 if you don't feel like watching all of it. You don't feel like watching season 1. And you can come in at season 8 if you just want to watch the current Doctor and ignore all the rest, or just to see what it's about. Season 9, it really hits its stride. Most of them are two-parters, so they feel like movies, and they're just, it's some fantastic writing. especially Heaven Sent, Hellbent, and The Husbands of River Song. The last 3 episodes are just amazing for season 9. I absolutely love it. It was awesome. And I saved this for last. This I got off Amazon for 20 bucks. And my God, is it ever worth it? This is Crystal Lake Memories: The Complete History of Friday the 13th. This chronicles the making of every single Friday the 13th movie from the first all the way to Freddy vs. Jason. And do you know what's scary? It's riveting. It's 4 hours. It is 4 hours, and it's almost a better documentary because they're talking about crappy movies. I have the one around here somewhere too. Never Sleep Again, which is the Nightmare on Elm Street version, and it is not as good because with the Friday the 13th cast, you get the feeling they had a good time. You get the feeling like they were fooling around, like this is just Friday the 13th movie, and it's not a big deal if this is a piece of crap, and we're just here to have fun. We're not here to necessarily become big stars. But with Elm Street, it's like the movies started off as these really, highly grossing, profitable movies, and they turn into garbage. So as you watch, the mood of the actors and actresses dive, and the directors, and the writers, and the producers, and everybody associated with the movies, it just nosedives. And by the time you reach Freddy's dead, yeah, all of them look like they wish they were dead. It is sad. So while I loved the Jason one, and I ordered the Freddy one right after I got the Jason one, I'm like, well, this is gonna be fun too. The Freddy one is not funny. It's not fun, not funny, not cool, nothing. The the Friday the 13th one is genuinely entertaining. I laughed at a lot of it. I got a kick out of a lot of it. Um, they make fun of it. They have fun with it, and they understand the movies are crap, and it makes it such good, riveting television. So if you get a chance to buy it, do. If you're at all a horror fan, if you watched Friday the 13th in the 80s and you thought they were okay, watch it. It's fantastic. It's 4 hours of amazing entertainment. It's and I mean, I'm a big documentary guy anyways. I loved the Cosmos series. The problem I had with the Cosmos series was it was an introduction to the universe, and then there was never a season 2. So I guess we'll see. Um, I guess we'll see if that ever comes to pass. I guess that would be up to Neil deGrasse Tyson or Fox or Seth MacFarlane or whoever. But yeah, so that's some summer stuff to do while we wait for hockey to come back and we wait for something fresh to 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 um, to inflate our sails, so to speak, or however you want to put it. I'm trying to think too. I don't think they have a Halloween version of that. They have a Halloween collection, but it's very expensive, so I've never bought it. And the Halloween movies, I like the first one, I like the second one, the third one, I like the song, I like the fourth movie, and I like the fifth, and I like them both for Danielle Harris. And then the sixth is horrible, just awful. The sixth Halloween, though, is noteworthy for one fact. It is the on-screen debut in a movie of Paul Rudd. And I remember I had seen part 6 in the theater, and I came out of that theater just wanting to punch something. I was so mad because the commercial promised that you would see the death of Michael Myers. All the previews are like, you're going to see the death of Michael Myers. And then the big climax, off screen. And then the screen goes to black, and you've got credits. And I came out of that theater just, fuck you, movie. I can't believe I wasted 15 bucks between the ticket and the popcorn, and I sat front row and I was all excited, and I didn't see Michael die. In fact, the way that they filmed it and the way they cut it, it was pretty clear cut that Michael killed everybody, and that was it. And I was like, this is crap. This is absolute garbage. And the entire plot line of the movie was garbage, and all of it was garbage. So I didn't watch it for years. It's on TV one night. I'm like, well, I'll watch the first 5 minutes and remind myself why it's crap. And I was like, that's Paul Rudd. That's Paul Rudd. I mean, it's not like you're going to go into a movie and see an actor for the first time and go, I need to remember this guy because he's going to be a star. Not when the movie's a piece of shit. It's just... And Friday the 13th has had its share. It's had Kevin Bacon, Crispin Glover, Corey Feldman is another one. Like, you can go through Friday the 13th movies and find actors and actresses. Elm Street, not as much. I've got Hellraiser movies too, but they're not fun. I like horror fun. So that's my, and I've got every season of The Simpsons from season 4 to season 17. So at some point when I've got about 800 hours to spare, I'm going to sit down and just rifle through all of them. Should be fun. But that's it for me for now. I just figured I'd just throw something out that wasn't necessarily hockey related. Just sort of a, hey, this is me. This is what all the stuff in the background is. Like, all those are all pop figures, the same as the 5 I showed you. Those are my 5 favorites, though. Those are the ones that are either hard to find, unique, or just awesome. And Cthulhu is, I mean, what's not to love about Cthulhu? And he's heavy. He's heavier than the other ones. He's a beast. And then you have him up next to the Davy Jones one from Pirates of the Caribbean, and you go, huh. So Davy Jones is Cthulhu? Because that's stupid. Davy Jones is far too small to be Cthulhu, but clearly that's the look they were going for with his face. With his tentacle face. That sucks. So, it's very jarring, if I might say. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will be back tomorrow with 3 more teams. I don't know which teams I'm going to do either. I think about, like today, I thought about on my way to work. I thought I want to do Chicago, Detroit, Montreal, and get them out of the way. And tomorrow, I will likely do more along a different line. I want there to be a connection between the 3 teams. Like today, they were all original 6 teams, and they were all teams that are pretty steady. Montreal's got some turnovers, certainly the big Subban thing, but pretty steady. So anyways, there, hockey is still worked in with this because I am the hockey guy. And yeah, I still find this whole thing of me having a channel with over 500 subscribers absolutely baffling. Absolutely baffling. But I appreciate it, and I thank you, and I kind of want to watch Black Dynamite.